As Epictetus said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them. As we know, life is a tapestry woven with relationships, each thread representing a connection that shapes our journey. But what happens when those threads begin to fray? When the people we trust reveal their darker sides? Today, we're diving into the shadows of human behavior to uncover the signs that indicate you might be dealing with a truly toxic individual. Imagine you're in a conversation where every compliment feels like a trap, every request comes with strings attached, and your gut is screaming that something isn't right. This isn't just a bad day, it's a sign that you may be dealing with someone whose intentions are far from pure. But fear not. Stoicism, a philosophy that has withstood the test of time, offers us powerful tools to navigate these troubled waters. But before diving into the video, take a second and do like the video and subscribe the channel. Now, join me as we explore 10 unmistakable signs of toxic behavior and how to shield yourself with the wisdom of the ancients. Let's dive in. Number 1. Manipulative behavior. Individuals who engage in manipulative behavior possess a remarkable ability to exploit the emotions, weaknesses, and vulnerabilities of others to achieve their own objectives. This manipulation often takes various forms, including guilt-tripping, where they may use emotional appeals to make others feel responsible for their happiness or decisions. For example, they might say, "If you really cared about me, you would do this for me," which can create a sense of obligation. They may also resort to flattery, using excessive praise to gain trust and influence, or emotional outbursts to create chaos, thereby steering conversations or decisions in their favor. This behavior leads to a significant imbalance in relationships, where one party feels compelled to meet the manipulator's demands, often at the expense of their own needs and well-being. Over time, such manipulation can erode trust and create a toxic dynamic characterized by resentment and frustration. Stoic perspective. From a Stoic perspective, clarity of thought, rationality, and the pursuit of truth are foundational principles. A true Stoic strives to engage with others authentically and honestly, prioritizing virtue and integrity above all else. When faced with someone who regularly manipulates situations for their own benefit, it becomes increasingly evident that they prioritize self-interest over ethical conduct and mutual respect. This not only undermines genuine relationships but also creates an environment rife with distrust and disillusionment, where individuals feel their autonomy is compromised. Number 2. Lack of empathy. A pronounced lack of empathy can be a defining characteristic of individuals who demonstrate little regard for the feelings, emotions, or well-being of those around them. Such individuals may routinely dismiss, minimize, or trivialize the struggles of others, showcasing a profound inability to understand or relate to their pain. For instance, they might respond to someone sharing their difficulties with phrases like, "You just need to toughen up," or fail to offer support when it is most needed, opting instead for indifference. This can lead to a culture of fear and resentment, where individuals feel devalued, unsupported, and isolated. Over time, this lack of empathy fosters an environment where meaningful connections are difficult to establish, leading to emotional distance and loneliness among those affected. Stoic perspective. Empathy and compassion are central to Stoic ethics, which emphasize the importance of recognizing our shared humanity and interconnectedness. A Stoic understands that the well-being of one person significantly impacts the well-being of others. When someone consistently exhibits a lack of empathy, it suggests a disconnection from this fundamental truth and a failure to appreciate the value of community and mutual support. Such behavior not only damages interpersonal relationships but also reflects a deep moral failing in grasping the essence of human experience and the importance of compassion in fostering a harmonious society. Number 3. Consistent deceit. Individuals who engage in consistent deceit often default to lying, manipulating the truth, or offering half-truths across a variety of situations. This pattern of dishonesty may stem from a desire to evade accountability, maintain power over others, or protect their own interests at any cost. They might fabricate stories, alter facts, or conveniently omit details to shape narratives that serve their purposes. This habitual dishonesty can erode trust and foster a toxic environment, as those around them may feel increasingly skeptical about the authenticity of their words and intentions. Over time, this pervasive deceit leads to a breakdown of communication and mutual respect, resulting in strained relationships marked by suspicion and wariness. Stoic perspective: honesty is a foundational Stoic value, with living in accordance with the truth being essential for maintaining personal integrity and moral clarity. A Stoic believes that engaging with truth fosters deeper connections and trust in relationships. When someone consistently engages in deceitful behavior, they act against the principles of virtue, honor, and integrity that are integral to Stoic philosophy. This not only diminishes their character in the eyes of others but also creates dissonance within their own conscience, leading to further complications and misunderstandings in their interpersonal dynamics. Number 4. Self-serving actions. A key trait of a self-serving individual is their tendency to make decisions primarily motivated by personal gain, often without regard for the impact on others. This behavior can manifest in various contexts, such as in professional settings where someone may take credit for a team effort, or in personal relationships where their needs consistently overshadow those of friends or family members. Such self-centered actions can erode trust and cooperation, creating an environment where collaboration becomes increasingly difficult. The individual may prioritize their desires and ambitions over the collective needs of the group, leading others to feel undervalued and resentful over time. Stoic perspective: Stoicism teaches that individuals should act for the greater good and consider the welfare of the community as a whole. A person who consistently prioritizes their own interests at the expense of others demonstrates a fundamental disregard for virtuous living in the principles of justice, fairness, and cooperation. This lack of consideration not only undermines collaborative efforts but also diminishes the quality of relationships, as others may begin to feel exploited and unappreciated. Ultimately, this self-serving mentality disrupts harmony and fosters an environment of competition rather than collaboration. Number 5. Blame shifting. Blame shifting is a behavior characterized by an individual's consistent refusal to accept responsibility for their actions or mistakes. Instead of acknowledging their role in a given situation, they often redirect fault onto others or external circumstances, creating frustration and disillusionment among those around them. This pattern of behavior makes it challenging for them to learn from their errors or grow as individuals, as they remain locked in a cycle of denial and evasion. As a result, the environment becomes increasingly toxic, characterized by a lack of accountability and a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction and frustration. Stoic perspective: a core tenet of Stoicism is the importance of accountability. A Stoic reflects on their actions, acknowledges their role in any situation, and takes ownership of their decisions and their consequences. This self-reflection fosters personal growth, resilience, and maturity. When someone habitually shifts blame, it not only reveals a lack of maturity and self-awareness but also demonstrates an unwillingness to engage in self-improvement. This behavior hampers personal development and can strain relationships, as others may feel unjustly criticized or burdened by the weight of unresolved issues and conflicts. Number 6. Instilling fear. Individuals who instill fear often rely on intimidation, threats, or emotional manipulation as tools to control and dominate others. This behavior can create a pervasive atmosphere of anxiety, where individuals feel they must tread carefully to avoid provoking a negative reaction. Such tactics can be particularly damaging in environments that require trust, collaboration, and open communication, as they stifle healthy interactions and mutual respect. The resulting culture of fear can lead to suppressed voices and stifled creativity, where individuals feel oppressed and unable to express their true thoughts and feelings without repercussions. Stoic perspective. Stoicism holds the values of courage, tranquility, and the pursuit of wisdom in high regard. A person who resorts to fear tactics fundamentally undermines these ideals, creating a hostile environment that contradicts the Stoic pursuit of virtue, harmony, and inner peace. By recognizing fear as a manipulative tool, a Stoic understands that true leadership and influence arise from inspiration, respect, and the cultivation of trust rather than intimidation and coercion. This recognition allows individuals to foster healthier relationships built on mutual understanding, collaboration, and support. Number 7. Disrespect for boundaries. Disrespecting personal boundaries is a significant red flag that indicates a harmful individual. This behavior can manifest as intrusive actions, such as invading personal space, ignoring emotional limits, or disregarding the privacy and autonomy of others. Such disregard for boundaries can lead to feelings of discomfort, violation, and emotional distress, creating a toxic environment where individuals feel unsafe, devalued, and exploited. Over time, this behavior can cause significant emotional damage and erode trust within relationships, leaving individuals feeling trapped and vulnerable. Stoic perspective. Respect for oneself and others is a foundational principle in Stoic philosophy. Healthy boundaries are crucial for maintaining personal integrity, self-respect, and fostering respectful relationships. When someone routinely disrespects these boundaries, it signals a lack of understanding and appreciation for the autonomy and dignity of others. This behavior not only harms interpersonal connections but also undermines the fundamental Stoic ideal of living in accordance with virtue, justice, and mutual respect. It emphasizes the importance of recognizing and honoring personal limits as a means to foster healthy and balanced relationships. Number 8. Exploitative behavior. Exploitative individuals often take advantage of others for their own benefit, whether financially, emotionally, or socially. They may use others as tools to achieve their goals without considering the impact of their actions on those they are exploiting. For instance, they might manipulate a friend into doing favors or using someone's resources without any intention of reciprocating. This behavior can create a power imbalance where the exploiter feels superior, and the exploited person may feel trapped or undervalued. Over time, this dynamic erodes trust and can lead to significant emotional distress for the exploited individual, who may struggle to understand why they continue to tolerate such treatment. Stoic perspective. From a Stoic viewpoint, the principle of justice is paramount. A Stoic recognizes the importance of treating others with fairness and dignity. When encountering someone who consistently engages in exploitative behavior, it becomes evident that they lack a fundamental understanding of the interconnectedness of humanity and the responsibilities that come with it. Such actions not only violate ethical standards but also highlight a profound disregard for the well-being of others. A Stoic would advocate for setting boundaries and promoting relationships built on mutual respect and equity, thereby preserving one's integrity and moral standing. Number 9. Excessive criticism. Individuals who consistently engage in excessive criticism often employ negative judgments as a means to exert control or superiority over others. They may point out flaws, mistakes, or shortcomings in a manner that is harsh, unconstructive, and often disproportionate to the situation. This behavior can create an atmosphere of fear and anxiety, where individuals feel they cannot express themselves freely for fear of being harshly judged or belittled. Over time, This constant barrage of criticism can significantly impact the self-esteem and confidence of those targeted, leading to feelings of inadequacy and discouragement. Stoic perspective. Stoicism values constructive feedback and personal growth but distinguishes this from destructive criticism. A Stoic understands that all individuals have room for improvement and should approach others with kindness and encouragement. When faced with someone who habitually engages in excessive criticism, it indicates a lack of awareness and compassion. Such behavior not only undermines the potential for personal development but also fosters an environment of negativity that can stifle creativity and collaboration. A Stoic would encourage individuals to seek constructive dialogue and to set healthy boundaries to protect their self-worth. Number 10. Inability to apologize or admit fault. A significant sign of a harmful individual is their consistent inability to apologize or admit fault when they make mistakes. This behavior often stems from an inflated sense of pride or a deep-seated fear of vulnerability. When confronted with their errors, they might deflect, deny, or rationalize their actions rather than take responsibility. This refusal to acknowledge wrongdoing not only stifles personal growth but also damages relationships, as others may feel invalidated or dismissed. Over time, this pattern can lead to a toxic dynamic where open communication and trust are severely compromised, making it difficult for others to engage honestly. Stoic perspective. A core tenet of Stoicism is the value of humility and the recognition that everyone is fallible. A Stoic understands that admitting mistakes is a crucial aspect of personal growth and development. When someone cannot apologize or accept responsibility, it reflects a profound lack of self-awareness and a refusal to engage in the necessary self-reflection that fosters maturity. This behavior not only harms the individual's relationships but also prevents them from learning and evolving as a person. A Stoic would advocate for cultivating an attitude of openness and accountability, emphasizing that true strength lies in acknowledging one's imperfections and striving to improve. In conclusion, by recognizing these signs through a Stoic lens, you can develop a clearer understanding of the dynamics at play in your relationships and better navigate interpersonal interactions. Stoicism encourages a heightened awareness of your values and the actions of those around you, which can help you maintain your inner peace and moral compass. Understanding these harmful behaviors allows you to set healthy boundaries, seek relationships grounded in mutual respect and virtue, and ultimately lead to a more fulfilling and harmonious life. By cultivating these insights, you can foster an environment that promotes growth, understanding, and resilience for both yourself and those you interact with. This proactive approach not only enhances your emotional well-being but also contributes to a more compassionate and respectful community. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments below, and consider subscribing for more insights into Stoicism and personal growth. Remember, you have the power to cultivate a life filled with positivity, wisdom, and strength. Until next time, stay true to yourself and live with intention.